Hey YouTube, this is Mr. Ufale here with a deck profile of Majesty Lord, as the mat says as itself. So here we go.
Hi, it's me, Colt. This is actually my deck, not Mr. Ufale's. It does fairly well at locals. It's really fun. I think it's good. So, starting Vanguard is Wingle Brave. Obs, really good. It's the only one you play in this deck. When he boosts a blaster and it hits, put him into soul, search for another card with blaster, so get that Majesty Lord or the other blaster you don't have. For triggers, 4 heal, and I run 12 crit, 4 Epona, 4 Lu, and 4 Alabaster Owl. You could run Drangle, so replace any of these crits with that. So if you want the draw power. This many crits, I personally think, just puts on the pressure. You definitely don't run stands in this deck, because when you put your Blaster Blade and your Blaster Dark into Soul, there's nothing to stand, really. So stands are kind of irrelevant, draws are optional. I like the crits. So for grade 1s, I'm playing 14 grade 1s. I'm playing 3K. K's really good. He gets plus 3000 when your Blaster's Vanguard. So if you have, like, Blaster Blade as your Vanguard, you can put him up to the top, and he can still swing for that 10k, and then later call back to be your booster. 3 Toy Pungle. He's really good because I play Palamedes, so him behind a Palamedes is a 22 column, because it gets plus 3000 if you have 2 grade 3s on board. He's also just a really good booster. For the mandatory perfect guards, really good in this format with the end running around and all that stuff. You really need that perfect guard. Save your life most of the times. And last 4 of the obvious Marin, basic AK booster, just good. Good as that first ride over. Grade 2s, I'm running 11 of them. I'm running 2 Bedivere. Bedivere has the same effect as K, so he'll become a 12 whenever I have a Blaster Vanguard, which is really good. I like him. 9k base otherwise. 2 Starcall. When she comes onto the board as Vanguard or Rearguard, Counterblast 2 to search your deck for a card with Blaster in its name that's a grade 2 and Superior Call it. So it can get you that other Blaster Plz that you don't already have. Really nice. Then you intercept with her and call the other one, and then you have your setup. So she's pretty nice. Yeah. 3 Blaster Dark. Blaster Dark is mandatory for Majesty Lord Blaster, and normally you want to ride him over Vanguard instead of Blaster Blade because of his effect, but it can go either way. And last but not least, the other piece, you run 4 Blaster Blade. Everyone should know his effect by now, but if you don't, when he's placed on Vanguard, Counterblast 2, kill a guy. When he's placed on Rearguard, Counterblast 2, kill a guy who's grade 2 or higher. So really, just like, it's a little bit of kill in the deck. It's nice, and like I said, you need them to pull off Majesty Lord Blaster. Okay, for grade 3s, I'm running 8. I'm running triple Palamedes. Like I said, he's good because he gets plus 3000 when you have 2 or more grade 3s on field. So if you boost him with Toy Pungle, that's a 22 column, or just like that 13 that's gonna hit stuff like the end and all that kind of stuff. So that's just good. 2 King of Knights Alfred. His effect is good. It can get you that other blaster. It can get you a booster you need. It's also a good replacement Vanguard for when you don't have Majesty Lord Blaster. So I really like Alfred. And last but not least, you run the 3 Majesty Lord Blaster. He's the boss of the deck. You only run 3 because he's super searchable and you don't need any more. His effect is when you have Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark and Soul, he gets plus 2000 and an extra crit, and that's on your opponent's turn too. So he's at that 12k's permanent base with a permanent +1 crit. And when you put those 2 into the Soul with his effect, he gets plus 10,000, so he'll make that 22 without boosting, critical 2, and then sustain that 12,000 critical 1, or critical 2. So that's really good. He puts on the pressure with those 12 crits in deck. You're definitely going to get those more crits or a heal. So it's just a really nice deck. I personally like it. Took first at locals a little bit ago. So yeah, thanks for watching the deck profile.